Where's my music? We're just not gonna do it. What's up, everybody? Make some noise! Alright. My name is Joseph, and I do study. I'm a student currently in UP. Anyone in UP, make some noise for me, please? Okay. A lot of you. Alright. Is anyone here from Ateneo? Good. Because I actually, before going to college, I grew up in Ateneo. And then the switch to UP was a bit weird. There was a bit of a culture shock, right? Because there's a lot of things you learn in UP that you never have in Ateneo. For example, in UP, they have coins. Like in Ateneo, our money started at 100 and moved up. I didn't know. And you know, people like to compare students from UP and students from Ateneo. Really, guys, we're all the same, alright? Like, especially when it comes to the important issues, right? We all just want a better country, a better world. We just express our rage in different ways. Like UP, what are they known for? Rallies, right? Like, every time I'm in a room of adults and I say I'm from UP, I get scared because they look at me like, so you caused the traffic. But it's really, we're all the same. Because we in UP, we have our rallies, right? It's a lot of screaming and then marching and burning our effigies and a lot of ibagsak ang di makatarunang sistema! Guys, it's the same in Ateneo. We just used Twitter, right? Different skills, okay? UP students can organize a mass force of organized anger and righteous pain. And in Ateneo, we express our rage in chunks of 140 characters each, alright? Like, I remember, one time I was on the jeepney. This was before I went to UP. I was on the jeepney, I was getting mad. I was like, social injustice, wealth gap, human rights violations. Then I stepped off, and I did the only thing my Atenean mind could comprehend. Pulled out the smartphone. Tweet number 1. This is fucking bullshit. Hashtag injustice. Tweet number 2. Apparently, you can't pay a jeepney driver with a 1,000 peso bill. Tweet number 3. So I just bought the jeepney. Hashtag ibagsak ang di makatarunang sistema! Problem solvers, that's what we do. And you know, as great as UP students are at rally, which they really are, some of them have started to lose their touch. One time I was in UP, I was leaving school. There was a group of students gathered on the steps of AS, right? And they were getting ready for a rally. And they had a leader who was trying so hard. She was screaming into the mic, even though it's open air. She was trying to get everyone riled up. But the problem was this rally was at the end of the day. And it's very hard for me to be angry after a school day. Nothing kills your soul faster than school. So they weren't ready to be angry. But there was this one girl, she was trying so hard. She was like, "Ginawa nilang negosyo ang tuition natin! Tama ba yun?" And then the reply from the crowd was, "Tama." Know your causes, guys. Know your cause. It's weird. Like, that's what we're known for in UP. And I see it a lot. I mean, especially in my course. I'm a BA Biomolecular Engineering student. Right? Thank you. Yeah. But the thing is, that's a lie. I just say that to impress people I haven't met yet, make me seem smarter than I actually am. Because my real course, not that impressive. I'm a BA Creative Writing major. See? None of you are impressed. But it's okay, I'm used to it. I've seen that look of disappointment In the eyes of my family, there they are. Oh sure, they're cheering now. But when I passed the test, I was so excited. Guys, I passed the test. Look, I'm in UP, I'm on the list. I'm gonna be a BA creative writing major. They were all just like... I'm sorry, we failed you? And they asked me questions like, a writer? A writer? What are you gonna feed your kids? Sonnets? That's not fair, guys, that's not fair. That's why when I'm older, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna teach my kids the proper values. My son's gonna come up to me, he's gonna be so excited. Daddy, Daddy, look! I passed the test, I'm on the list, I'm gonna be a pre-law major. I'm gonna be a lawyer. I'm gonna look at my son, I'm gonna be like... A lawyer? A lawyer? What are you gonna feed your kids? Lies? Yeah. Sue me, what are you gonna win? Sonnets? I have nothing. There's nothing to gain from attacking me. It was so weird. And it was so weird. My mom had to warn me about UP. She gave me warnings about UP. Has anyone else been warned about any other school ever? Like no one's ever gone, mag-ingat ka dun sa Ateneo, malamig, mag-jacket ka, mag-jacket ka, mag-jacket ka. See, no one does that. It's not fair, right? It's like, it's not so bad though. UP isn't so bad. I met my girlfriend in UP. I know what you're thinking. That guy? No way. I don't know how it happened either. I'm just trying to enjoy it while it lasts. And she's a student in CMC. Alright, and she wants to be a journalist. So she's very passionate about a lot of issues. She hates abuses of the government. She hates capitalism. Which is why I was so surprised around Christmas time. Her phone broke, and then she had to buy a new one, and the only one she could afford was an Oppo, right? And an Oppo is a good phone. We can all agree, right? It's a good phone. It looks nice, it does its job, it takes really nice pictures. And then a week into having the Oppo, my girlfriend said to me, I want an iPhone. What's wrong with the Oppo? Did it break already? She was like, no, but it's not an iPhone. What? You're the one telling me that capitalism is ruining the world and you want an iPhone? Because this is the world we live in, guys. There's no more words. We've run out of words. We only have brands, alright? Because no one owns a cell phone. You own a galaxy. You own an iPhone 7, right? But that's why she was bummed, because she owns an Oppo. And like, the name Oppo is just an ugly name. Oppo. Like, it's fat and round on the edge, like, Oppo. It sounds like a large kid trying to be respectful. Anak, mag-ingat ka. Oppo. Right? It's like, it's hard on the mouth. And you know what it is? It's that I. It's the letter I. We're all slaves to the letter I now, right? Because we've associated it with such great things. Like one time, this is true, I was walking through the grocery store, and I didn't need to buy anything. I was looking for someone, I was going to meet up with them, and then I saw a box that said, I mop. It's a real thing, okay? The I mop. And as soon as I saw that box, the first thing I thought was, holy shit, I need to buy a mop. Like I had to have it, but I didn't buy it, alright? I'm smarter than that. I'm gonna save for the iMop 7 Plus. Discerning, I'm discerning. My girlfriend and I, we have weird arguments. Like, I kind of messed up with my girlfriend, like in choosing her, because she is the best girlfriend. She really is. She's the best. But I'm the kind of guy who can only manage a decent to good girlfriend. Like, the best, that's a little high maintenance. I'm kind of shooting out of my league there. Like, for example, yesterday was my birthday. She got me 4 presents. She got me 4 presents, and that's when I knew, okay? Because the first present, that's because you love me. The next 3, you're just showing off, alright? Like the first present, oh, he's gonna love this. The next, I'm gonna be amazing. The other 3 were for her. And she's a feminist. Any feminists in the building today? Yeah! Alright, those people and then the rest of us hate women. Okay. But I remember she was a feminist, so I really had to work hard to impress her on our first date. So I took her out, we had lunch, called for the bill, and then I had this whole speech planned in my head. I looked at her, I was very serious, I said, alright, I don't want you to ever worry about me violating your dignity as my equal and partner in this relationship. She was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. I was like, yeah, here's the bill. Half the respect, half the food. It's only fair, you pay for it. And she's always trying to trick me. She's always trying to trick me into testing how feminist I am. One time, because feminism is all about empowerment, alright? Equality. So one time, she was carrying this really heavy box, right? And then she said, love, can you just open the door for me? And I was like, oh my God, yeah, of course. Ha! You almost got me. But I know that you can do it yourself. My knees are weak. I have that effect on women. Feminism, guys. I swear, it's great. It's really great. And she's teaching me so much about politics and all these things. Like, politics, Mel. Like, any fans of the government here? Good. Because, clap if you agree, the Philippine government is fucked up. Yes? Yeah. See, it's messed up. And I know why, alright? It goes back to our roots. It's how we were raised. Especially, like, older people, right? Because I was on the receiving end of it. When I was a kid, right, and I couldn't finish my meal, this must have happened to you guys. What do your parents say to you? Ubusin mo yan. Ang daming bata sa labas, hindi nakakain. Kung hindi mo yan ubusin, ibibigay ko yan sa kanila. And then you're sitting there thinking, okay. They need it, I don't. Please do. And they're like, ubusin mo, right? And then, to think about that, it doesn't make sense, right? Like, there's no one, like, poor people who can't eat, right? They're not thinking, gutom na ako. Teka lang. Si Joseph Montecillo ba yan? Uy, inubos niya yung pagkain. Kaya ko to. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. But that stays in the minds of senators. That stays in their minds. So what happens when they grow up? They believe that charity is a punishment.